It's the weekly show about Pro AV with the hottest news in the AV industry. It's rAVe TV. Give it up for Steph and Gary. Steph and Gary.
Good morning, everyone. We are back. It is obviously a Wednesday, Steph.
It is obviously a Wednesday. Yeah, happy Wednesday, everybody. If it's, morning, if you're watching, if it's afternoon, evening where you're watching, welcome to the industry's only weekly TV show.
Yeah, we're live, and you may remember about a year ago, we changed the time of this from noon live East Coast time to 9 a.m. live East Coast time so that Europe and the UK and the Middle East could see us live while they're still working. So thank you for joining us. We really appreciate you watching. You can always see us at ravepubs.com, at youtube.com/ravepubs live. You can see us on LinkedIn, my LinkedIn, the company LinkedIn. Steph, I guess we're going to start streaming on your LinkedIn as well.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
And we should address the elephant in the room, Steph. Your hair looks good. Yeah, that's
Thank you. I tried.
Everyone's wondering, like we had to say it because everyone's looking at you.
Yeah.
It's different.
You know how like old ladies would use like rollers?
Yeah.
And I did that, and I was like, wait, they might have been onto something.
You slept in those rollers like my mom used to.
Like only for my bangs, but there's like another contraption that
you sleep in these things or not?
Yeah.
Is it uncomfortable? Like, do you have to sleep on your back or what?
I don't know. I can fall asleep anytime, anywhere. So like
that's a gift. Don't lose that gift.
Me.
Don't lose that gift. I'll tell you. I had a stressful day yesterday. Today I got a couple hours before my next call. I'll go to the AT&T store and fix a couple of things.
Okay, wait. Yeah, Emily did tell me about this.
Oh my God. I went in at 12:30 and I left at 5. And that's not an exaggeration. I did both my video calls from the AT&T store because they're incapable of doing things correctly the first time. So therefore what happens is you ask them to do something. Oh, it's simple. Boom, boom, boom. And you go like, that's not what I asked you to do. I misunderstood. And then you have to go back and fix it. And then you have to do what you wanted to do. So I'm still stressed today. I'm still stressed today over it. Like I'm scarred.
Gotta do some yoga or something and breathe.
I do. I need to start doing yoga. I've been told that by my cardiologist.
Well, they offer it at UNC Wellness. They have yoga classes, I think.
They told me I need to do it. So yes, but yes, I was in there thinking, man, I wish Apple, because I'm an iPhone user, would start a phone company. Like I would rapidly run there, like everybody would. Like nobody. It's like we talked about this subject before. I said nobody walks into a Walgreens and thinks this is a cool place to hang.
I sure love it here.
Right? Yeah, and same with an AT&T store. Nobody goes and leaves an AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile.
Like I love that whole experience.
That was a great experience. No one does that.
I've only bought unlocked phones.
Yeah.
So I've only gone to Apple to get my phone.
Yeah. So
anything.
AT&T has my phone service. Has the company phone service, right, which is tied to mine, which I need to fix some things on that because we have social phones tied to that. I also have my home internet, right? We have our company internet, and then we also have cable TV, right? Because I had Uverse, which I finally canceled yesterday. I think I might be the last Uverse user. When I was in there, they were like, "You have Uverse?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like, we haven't seen a Uverse person come in here in a long time. We push everyone to DirecTV, and I'm like, "Hey, do y'all know that y'all don't own DirecTV anymore? Like, y'all know that you sold it on July 2nd. Like, you don't own it anymore. So, like, you're selling something. It was such a." Anyway, I don't want to talk about it anymore.
And I hate where they like try to sell you more stuff. And it's like, hey, so the last thing that you did for me didn't work. So let's fix what you did sell me.
This is a great.
And then we can talk about me buying more stuff.
Oh, you should change your phone plan. It could be cheaper. I'm like, oh, okay. Go ahead and do me your pitch. And they tell me the pitch, right? Which would save me like $30 a month.
Right.
Except they want me to move from an unlimited non-throttle plan to a massively throttled plan,
right? And
$30 less a month. Well, because my unlimited plan is grandfathered in from like 10 years ago. I haven't changed it, and they're trying to get me to change it because they're losing a tremendous amount of money. I'm the one that's causing everyone else to get throttled,
right?
So yes, they're trying to get rid of me. So that's what. But I do want to This is going to be our ISO feed from today's show, Kelsey.
Okay.
This is a notification.
Kelsey, if you're listening.
If you're listening, she's supposed to be. But anyway, I ran into Julian Phillips at Infocom, right? And he gave me this book.
Nice.
Highly recommended. This is kind of his story a little bit. It's kind of like a biography of him, right? He kind of wrote a biography, an autobiography of himself, but also talks about his use of his own AI assistant.
Okay.
Let me show it again. Leviathan. Leviathan.
Is it Leviathan or is it Leviathan?
Hold on. Why is it not focusing on? There you go. Leviathan. All
right.
There you go. Anyway, his AI her name is Athena.
Okay.
Okay. And so if you take the time, right, and you decide to use one AI platform, if you take the time, you can train it to learn everything about you, right? Apple has this ability. Meta has this ability. The pro version of ChatGPT has this ability, for the most part, to go in and look at your emails and your text messages and learn all about you, right? And watch your browsing history, watch the work that you do. And then it can suggest things. Hey, you got a meeting coming up in 20 minutes, which is small, but or more significant. And you can actually get it to write entire sections for you. And there's even a chapter in here that was completely written by the AI. So it's an interesting book. I think it's interesting because, and by the way, for those of you who don't know Julian, I can't imagine who that is. He served as the president of Avixa. He's been involved in a lot of things in our industry. He technically he is the director, the SVP of XTG, which is AVI SPL's experiential group. That's what Mark Coxon works for. Steph, I think you knew that. He helped start that group 5 years ago. And you know, I don't think we were on the board at the same time at Avixa, but he's an author, right? I mean, speaking.
That's cool.
But I recommend the book. Good work, Julian. You know, he's addressing a subject everybody's wondering how to use AI right now. A lot of us are just using it to write better, right? But there's a lot of other things you can do with it, including create your assistant. So if you're kind of interested in this, you can get this book at Amazon. Or you can contact Julian. He's got copies of it as well, and he'll sell them to you as well. It's very well written. Congratulations. And maybe Julian, maybe you ought to have him in your booth at ISE. I think that probably
we should have him on.
Yeah. One of my students gave me this book. I'm in the process of reading.
Riding with the Blue Moth.
Yeah, it's about running.
Okay.
What it's like running and cycling.
Well, things you like, things you're interested in. Well, my
endurance stuff. Yeah.
AI assistant actually helped me yesterday. I decided to be brave. As you guys know, I'm 31. I don't know a lot about personal finance. I have a 401k. I've set that up. But every personal finance thing I have done, I've done because someone put a gun to my head and made me do it. But I finally set up a Roth IRA and it helped me. And it was asking me these questions about okay, how crazy do you want to get with it? How much and then it helped me set it up. It told me where to go. It gave me the website link.
That's perfect for that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And you know what's interesting about AI is it's well, I guess you should say, at least right now, it's probably a little bit more accurate than a typical Google search because it's also verifying sources. However, there are a lot of dark web people and others who are playing around with the content on the internet to make AI give you incorrect information by making verifiable sources wrong. So AI is going to have some problems in the next few years. But
always double check the things it tells you. Never take anything that it says to be the absolute truth. Have it give you its sources, which I do. I'll be like, where did you get this information? And then it gives me 5 links. And if they're all verifiable, great.
So our producer just posted, I took 3 personal finance classes in college and still don't know a thing about personal.
Right.
Where did she go to college? Hopefully it wasn't in University of North Carolina. I don't think so.
No, she did Wake for undergrad and grad school.
Oh, she did Wake Forest. Okay, there you go. There's a good ad for Wake Forest right there.
Very.
But anyway, it's it's one of the things either you love or you don't like, right? I mean, it's one of the things that you probably should pay more attention to when you're in college, but you probably don't think about that as being something to pay attention to because you got 40 more years of working to do, right? So
yeah.
But anyway, we should jump right into the news stories, and we're gonna kick it off with Tom Conrad being appointed as the CEO of Sonos. Now, Sonos has been in hot water for over a year. For having a terrible app, and they currently have their app is not just bad; it's horrible. It's literally, and I'm a Sonos user.
I am
and
too.
Look, more power to you, Sonos. I love your system, but your app, very, very horrible. And you haven't made it any better. They've made some incremental improvements that have made it less horrible, but still horrible. And it's constantly not connecting to the network, right? With the app too, you really can't control it when you're not on your own network, which is another problem. So I think Tom will fix that, though. This guy knows his stuff, and he's a user interface guy. He's going to fix this. I'm confident.
Good.
Somebody's going to. I mean, they're doing some. Look, they're doing the right things when it comes to retail audio and home audio. They're the leader, right? But the problem is they took an app that was decent to good, right? Because the most perfect app to me is LinkedIn. Their app is beautiful. It's like really well done. Now, their website problematic, but their app is great, right? I love that app. I think it's a great app. I hope they don't change it, right? Because when they change it, and Sonos's app was good, but they changed it to make it bad, and it hasn't gotten any better in a year. It's very frustrating for us users.
Mine, I don't know what's going on with mine. It has suddenly decided that it forgot my internet.
Yes, mine's done that numerous times.
So
and
I'm
you
like,
have to
so do I have to
reset.
sit here and reset it for an hour?
Yeah, and you recalibrate. You go through the reset and recalibrate and all that stuff. It's such a pain.
Like, hey, Sonos, can y'all do something?
Yeah.
Help me, please.
Anyway, he's taken over as CEO, and then of course another thing I want to mention is that we have an article up written by Chuck Brooks of Extreme Networks, part of the Avenue Alliance, talking about how networking switch became the critical component in AV. Right, all of a sudden we are becoming networking people, and it's talking about sort of the basics of what you need to know, Steph. I know you like that piece.
Yes, I do, because the Avenue Alliance actually reached out to me, and they were like, hey, can we write an article for rAVe? And I was like, if it is educational, if it helps the people of the AV industry, absolutely you can. And they were like, great.
It's well written. It's not a pitch for any of the brands. It's just talking about sort of how and of course they're mostly focused on the high-end residential market, less than the commercial market, but it still applies. We're all becoming IT centric at some level, whether you like it or not. And one of those companies that's really taking advantage of the network is Shure. I mean, you look at everything that they're doing is all network. They even have their now Shure Cloud, which is an award-winning cloud system. And they're one of our partners for rAVe TV. And we have a quick video for you to watch on their plight to extraordinary communication. So check this out.
Understanding, it's what we're all after. In lectures where ideas ignite. In teamwork, uniting people and perspectives. In everything, we strive to understand clearly. Connect deeply. Because when we collaborate better, we dream bigger. And when we dream bigger, we can change the world.
Okay, so back to the news. ADI and Snap One have launched some hybrid amps that are aimed both at Pro AV and the home AV markets. Speaking of ADI and Snap One, they actually had a roadshow kind of thing, and I stopped there yesterday. It was their Raleigh stop.
Oh, how was that? What was it like?
It was cool. It was like a really big expo hall, very busy. Gary, you know where the Embassy Suites is? It's like Cary. kind of by the airport.
Yeah, you can kind of see it off the airport there,
it was complete. The parking lot was completely full. I couldn't find a parking spot. Like, it was how busy it was.
That's kind of close to where you live too.
Yeah, it was 10. She was like, "Oh, how far did you drive to come here?" I said 10 minutes.
So was it like a distributor show, or was it just Snap One Pro? Okay, it was. Okay.
A distributor show. So it was like for their distributors to come and like look at the different products, because there was an expo hall, but of course there were also classes and stuff. So I took one of the classes and walked around the expo hall and checked it out. So yeah, it was good.
Yeah, so obviously ADI bought Snap One, which used to be Snap AV, which was a better name than Snap One. And ADI and Snap One are now one company called ADI Snap One. Hopefully they'll go to just ADI at some point in time. But in any case, that hybrid amp has both 70 volt and 8 ohm connectivity. So, even the home market is starting to use 70 volt now. But anyway, Cobalt Digital, IBC is getting ready to come up next month in Amsterdam.
Yep.
Our partner Aviation will be there covering the show. So, Steph, we probably should get a live broadcast from there from Tim. We'll talk to him about that. But Cobalt has expanded their IPMX product line for AV over IP with some new encoders, decoders, and multi-viewers. And of course, a multi-viewer allows you to put multiple pieces of content on a screen at the same time, sort of like a video wall processor, all in the cloud, right? So the nice thing about once you put it on the network, you can do that. So they've got some new stuff that they're going to launch at IBC, and we got a sneak peek at it. If you can check that story at ravepubs.com, they got 3 different products that they came out with. Do you want to talk about the temperature check?
Yeah, so I've been going through the results of past temperature checks this year. This one was from a couple months ago, but I went through the results, put all of those up there. They're all in graph form. And this was from the month where we were asking about like UC trends and like how people communicate. And a lot of people, like 59% of the respondents, which we have about, I would say like maybe 200 that month, they said that AI powered meeting enhancements would be the biggest trend they think that impacts unified communications over the past year. And they think like 70% of them think that the future of hybrid meetings is going to be both bring your own device and integrated room technology.
That's interesting because that would mean that you're still going to put a PC in the room anyway.
Absolutely.
So if I were a manufacturer of a PC, I would care about that result because that was kind of like what Barco was trying to get rid of, right? With their new product.
But people think that like it's still going to be both, at least in some level, and I kind of think the same thing because COVID kind of made it so that we meet in so many different ways now.
Yeah.
That I don't think it's going to be easy to take the market one way or another at this point.
So, and then your meeting equity question was interesting because more than half said that
we're improving, but
the other half said we got some issues still, and I definitely agree. I think we're halfway there. That makes sense to me. But but those results
and I got
our analysis of those results.
I got some industry experts to like speak on the results, talk about what that means to them. So definitely go and check that piece out.
Definitely. Palmer Digital is now shipping a battery operated kiosk. This is kind of cool for like retail stores. They want to put a digital sign outside for movie theaters, restaurants, or even if you're just having a meeting and you want to put a sign where you don't have an outlet, but it includes a media player, the wireless network going to it, receiving to it, and then playing the content. You can get it in LED and LCD forms. They have a bunch of different kinds, depending on how long you want the battery to last, and they can do sizes from 24 inches to 50 inches display sizes. So check it out. That story is on our website now at ravepubs.com.
ViewSonic actually launched an all-in-one 4K DV-LED series.
Yeah, it's a 4K version of their all-in-one now. Yeah,
for Pro AV spaces, and this is available in a 136, 163, or 217 inch. So, like Gary said, 4K UHD resolution. It's perfect for enterprise use. I think that pixel pitch wise, you can get it down to 0.7 millimeter. and 10,000 to 1 contrast ratio.
One of the cool things about this stuff is that it's IP54 rated, so you can't just like set it outside, but you could teach a class outside with it, right? If you put it on, they have one version of it on a cart. Or you
water like resistant, but not like waterproof.
Exactly. So if you had it outside for like homecoming or something like that, it would be great if you wheeled that thing outside, or you could put it in an alcove area that is outside.
Yeah.
That's not getting rained on. So I think that's a cool feature of it. But in any case, that story is on our website now at ravepubs.com. And then let's see, I guess the next thing we should do is launch up this Crestron mission video we've been showing you. We want you to see it again to understand True Blue and what they mean by that. So check it out.
Our mission at Crestron is simple: enable exceptional customer experiences through technology.
Just simply describing controls and audio-video technology really doesn't help people grasp the full extent of what we do.
We take all the different pieces of hardware that you have in your business or your house, and we bring all of that together into one solution.
Whether that's in your home, making it easier to just live through simple automation, or in businesses empowering employees to do more.
Crestron makes the best technology to enable people to share information and entertainment, to connect and collaborate, whether they're in person or remote, and make any space super simple and easy to use.
Systems and solutions that people can rely on. That's our advantage. That's our difference. That's what it means to be True Blue.
Okay, next story we have for you. This is from Ingenious. This is a brand new layer 2 switch, multi-gigabit switch. It's got 24 ports, 6 uplinks for bandwidth heavy applications, Wi-Fi, 7 access points. It's also got some AI built inside. So it's got AI powered surveillance, advanced voice over IP systems. But yeah, it's basically made to have like power, speed, flexibility, all in what kind of enterprise network that you might need it for.
All right, so iPro, which used to be called Panasonic, the camera division, the security camera division of Panasonic, has launched a panic button that connects to all their cameras, and it can actually be used for emergency services, specifically aimed at K through 12, which is a problematic area for school shootings and things like that. This is an opportunity for an AV integrator to get into a different segment of the market, physical and cybersecurity. In fact, we have a newsletter that focuses on that, specifically called rAVe Security, which I think is right at 2 years old now.
Yeah, it is, which is exciting. Speaking of, school safety, security, Crestron also partnered with, is it Syntegix? Is that how you say it?
I think so.
Well,
Syntegix, maybe, I don't know.
So this Syntegix is a provider of rapid incident response technology, and basically it has integrated its safety platform with Crestron's Global Viewer Campus Communication Suite, and this has basically helped to bolster campus-wide communication for K through 12, as well as like those safety protocols. So if you're an Crestron school, if that is already what you use, this is going to make it a lot easier to like integrate that next level of safety.
Yeah. And so again, this is an opportunity to get into a new segment of the market. So, hey, did you know, Steph, that we have an esports show?
I did know that.
Yeah, we have an esports show. We're the only organization in our industry that has an esports show that has focused exclusively on esports, which is hosted by Bubba Geddert. And he is teaching at the Esports University in the UK for the next couple of years on loan from wherever he lives. I forget, Michigan, something like that. But in any case, he took a tour of the HyperX Esports Arena in Las Vegas, which you probably saw when you were at Infocom, because they had a big LED on the outside of it promoting the esports tournaments that are coming up there. So here's a sneak peek of our esports show, which comes on about every other week, pretty much. It's like the first and third Thursday of every month. You can, of course, go watch any of those episodes at ravepubs.com. Click on rAVe TV, and it'll appear there. So check out this quick clip of the HyperX Esports Arena in Las Vegas.
Let's start with what makes the HyperX Arena one of the most advanced esport venues in the world. HyperX Arena is a 30,000 square foot multi-level facility nestled inside the Luxor Hotel on the Las Vegas Strip. Designed for flexibility, it seats up to 650 people, but can handle over 10,000 standing guests for major events. It's hosted over 700 tournaments and more than 500,000 fans have passed through these doors. At the heart of the arena are 160 high-performance gaming PCs available for tournaments, casual play, or full-scale boot camps. These machines are optimized for esports, creating a competitive environment with equal gear for every player.
Hey, Steph, one cool thing about that HyperX, it's, by the way, at the Luxor, which, by the way, there'd be no reason to go to the Luxor other than for
I've never been there. Where is that? Is that
it's
on
the triangle. It's the pyramid.
Oh, okay.
The giant glass
I've never
pyramid.
been there.
It's one of the first big hotels built in Vegas. It was built when I was basically a kid. But basically, what's interesting about that is famous esports players, like meaning multimillionaire players, players that may earn millions of dollars a month playing and have other people watch, will literally casually walk in there without even being announced and just start playing and just dominate a game. Yeah. And then what's interesting about esports, Steph, is that it's popular all the time, all around the world, right? I mean, it's always there's always kids playing it, there's adults playing it, but whenever a gamer who's one of these famous followed gamers starts playing a game, it literally instantly trends up to be the #1 game in the world.
That's funny
because so many people are watching them play. That's what ends up happening, and it happens so quickly. It's amazing.
Makes sense to me.
So that would be a good place to go see famous people if you ever wanted to see them. But in any case, I wrote up a story yesterday and I actually sent it to my daughter because, Steph, I think my daughter's also a certified yoga teacher in addition to working for Spinetics. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but my daughter actually is the new national sales manager for Spinetics, which is a digital signage company, spinetix.com. Her name's Annabelle, same last name as me, of course, if you ever want to talk to her. But I wrote the story up and I sent it to her yesterday. Because Christy actually helped build a immersive yoga studio. It's part of a chain called Casa Boost, which I don't know anything about, but I guess they're really popular because
it's based in Geneva. I think this year.
Yeah, but I think they're all around the world. I mean, I think they've got hundreds. I know when I went and researched this story, they had hundreds of offices. Gotcha. I don't know if they have in the US yet. I don't know. We should try to look that up really quick. But what they've done is create a large digital canvas. Unfortunately, we can't. I don't think we can scroll down on that story, can we? No, we can't. If you go to the story at ravepubs.com, you'll see the yoga suite, which has two projectors. Creating two DLP projectors, creating a giant digital canvas using two 1920 by 1200 projectors. Whatever that would be, that'd be 4K resolution basically now. Giant canvas, which it makes you imagine doing yoga without audio, right? The audio relaxes you.
Yeah.
So this can be used as relaxation, also to keep you alert, right? They can change the content based on the type of yoga you're doing, so that if it's the active kind versus the, I don't know the right words, passive kind, because I've been in yoga classes before. One is where you're working really hard, and one is where you're relaxing. So I think the content can be changed accordingly, and I think it's kind of cool. It's a cool application. It's a new market for our. We a lot of times get brought in to do assistive listening in gyms and studios like this because a lot of older people go in there that are hard of hearing, and they need that to be able to watch the TVs while working out. This is another opportunity for you to go to a gym and say, hey, by the way, you have these studios here. There you go. There's the image right there. Hey, you have these studios here. Why don't we put immersive content on this and make it more interesting? this is a form of digital signage. It's a form of immersion. It's fits really well into our newest newsletter, Emerging Technologies, rAVe Emerging Technologies, which used to be called Launch Code. Steph will tell you more about that later, but when we do an official launch, I think. But
absolutely,
yeah. But
last thing I have is the ProAV Symposium is coming up. It's in 2 weeks. It's August 13th at 1 p.m. and it's CTS approved. So it's 2.5
like 2.5 credits, right? Yeah.
CTSD or CTSI RUs. So if you need any of those, please come. It's going to be a little over 2 hours. It's 4 panels. And I hope you guys will join. And we're very excited that 3 out of the 4 panels are sponsored and our partners are fantastic. We have SNA Displays, we have Lightwear, and we have ADI, who are our partners for the day. So we're very excited. I've been working really hard on putting those panels together, making sure they're interesting. So if you want to check more out, go to lavnch.com and go ahead and save your spot. And I can't wait to see you there.
Excellent. Well, that's the end of rAVe TV for this week. We will see you next Wednesday, same place, 9 a.m. Thanks for joining us, Steph. Love doing this with you.
Same.
Don't go to the AT&T store or you'll have a heart rate increase.
Okay, sounds good. All right. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next week.
It's the weekly show about ProAV with the hottest news in the AV industry. It's rAVe TV. Give it up for Steph and Gary. Steph and Gary.